This week, well, come on. Of course, the only place to start is in the US. Now, what's going on with America? Come on, guys, what's happening? First, we see this poor Ukrainian lady being, executed on a bus. And now we've had Charlie Kirk, who doesn't know who Charlie Kirk is, brutally shot in public execution. Now, of course, we're not going to show the video, right, Augie? You've all seen it before. It's horrendous. The man is dead. So let's have a video-free zone right now. But what we're definitely going to talk about, right, Augie, is the reaction of the people, particularly on the left, as this divide left-right. What is it? What does it mean anymore? Common sense and denial of common sense. We're going to have a look at a video which is kind of a compilation, right, Augie, of people reacting to the death of Charlie Kirk. And this is something I've been writing about and posting about a lot since this tragic, incident occurred. The man was executed in broad daylight. This is America in 2025. And what's most worrying, I think you'd agree, Augie, is the way people have responded to this online. Run the video, Augie.
To sweeten my delivery to make it work for Todd? I mean, who is Todd?
What's wrong with these people?
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God.
I mean, what do you say about this stuff, Augie?
I say it's always interesting how the people who scream most about peace, love, protecting others, the sanctity of life, also cheered for the murder so much.
Yeah, and of course, something we've said here on the Moscow Mules again and again and again is, where is the anti-war movement? Where is the peace movement? It seems that the left, liberal elites are more than happy to sort of subtly, tacitly endorse political violence, and that's where it's coming from. It's not coming from the right. This is people, probably this kid who's been arrested, we think, for doing this heinous act, probably listening to this stuff. And by the way, the next impressionable kid with a gun in America is also listening now. So watch out. Now, of course, as America engages in what's basically a civil war online about Charlie Kirk, who was he? Did he deserve this? Because that's basically what's happening, right, Augie? It was only a matter of time, right, of course, that China and Russia would be in some way blamed for this, right, Augie? That it would be because of Russian and Chinese sort of antagonists or agents provocateurs online trying to suggest that Charlie deserved it. He didn't deserve it. I mean, it's just quite remarkable that they would do this. Now, remember, it's not China, it's not Beijing, it's not Moscow, where people are having their throats cut on buses, where political, analysts, he's not even a politician, are getting shot in the throat for the crime of debating, for the crime of saying, come and talk to me, come and sit down and talk to me. Let's have a listen to a US official basically kind of saying, doing the same kind of stuff. It's the same kind of gaslighting, but it's in reverse, that, Russia and China are trying to stir things up in the US. Let's have a listen to him. Run it, Augie.
Our team, the state team, and I'm sure the federal team as well, what we're seeing is our adversaries want violence. China, we have bots from Russia, China, all over the world that are trying to instill disinformation and encourage violence.
What?
Is he talking about us or something?
He's talking about us. I mean, we're trying to, instigate violence. Now, let's check this out. The next video Augie has dug up is very interesting. We actually ran this, and I posted it myself on X. I suppose this guy, this kid who turned up at a vigil for Charlie Kirk, right? People have turned up to pray for this man, for his family. 2 young kids, a young wife, executed in public for having the wrong opinion. Think about that. What kind of country does that happen in? Think about it. Now, I suppose this guy is a Russian, is he? Or maybe Chinese. Doesn't look or sound very Chinese or Russian to me. Run the video, Augie.
Do you support his death?
I do.
You support his death?
Fuck Charlie Kirk.
You support Charlie Kirk being killed?
Yes, I do.
On the day he died, you're here at a vigil for Charlie Kirk and you support his death?
Do you support a Nazi?
No, I don't support a Nazi. Charlie Kirk wasn't a Nazi. You support his shooter?
Yep, sure do. Free him.
You support Charlie Kirk's shooter?
Sure do. He did us all a favor.
Would you shoot somebody like Charlie Kirk?
I would have killed him myself.
You would have killed him yourself? Okay.
Wow, it's absolutely astonishing. Imagine this stuff was being said on the streets of Beijing, of Tehran, of Moscow. Can you imagine the meltdown that the libtard media will be having right now in the West, Augie, if that was Russia or China?
You don't understand, Shay. Charlie Kirk was murdered democratically.
It was a democratic murder. Get any better. On the other side of the pond, right, Augie, in the EU, there was an attempt to hold a minute of silence for this young man. Okay, 31 years old, remember. His crime, again, having the wrong opinion. And remember, Charlie Kirk was murdered going to college campuses and handing an open microphone to people to have discussions with him. He wanted to debate with people who disagreed with him. He wanted to, allow people a forum, probably the same type of people who wanted him dead and actually in the end killed him, a chance to stand in front of him and argue the point. That's the fundamental basis of a free and open society, the idea that you can actually talk to each other. And he was probably killed for that. Now, in the EU, as I say, there was a proposal of a minute silence for Charlie Kirk, who had just been killed. And who was it that started to boo and jeer and heckle during a minute of silence for this young man? Was it the far right? Was it Viktor Orban? Was it the Slovaks? No, it was the pro-Ukrainian Euroscam Euro-Reich elites who don't want, it seems, to show the smallest measure of respect for someone who'd just been executed very publicly. Really, really disturbing stuff. Run the video, Augie.
Rhetoric that incites violence. Please stand with me in reflection of prayer in his honor, and I yield the rest of my time for a moment of silence.
Herr Kollege Reimers, wir haben angesprochen, die Ministerpräsidentin hat eine Entscheidung abgelehnt. Wir fahren damit fort. Willkommen zum Bericht von
Can you imagine? Again, can you imagine this happened? Listen to this insanity. Can you imagine this happened in Moscow or Beijing or Tehran? Can you imagine? Unbelievable. Unreal. It's just absolutely unbelievable. And remember, it's hardly surprising. Right, Augie? Because we're being told what's happening in Ukraine. People being dragged off the streets, thousands of people in prison, the church banned, the elections banned, a language banned, a whole cultural historical association with your neighbour banned. Everything is banned in Ukraine. There's a new post-reality truth in Europe, and this seems to be part of it. A young political activist who believed in what he was doing, a young Christian man, is killed publicly, and they can't even stand up for 1 minute to show respect. It really, really tells you something. Now, back in the